The story begins here. Once upon a time, in the year 2021, the internet was a place of endless possibilities. People used it to connect, learn new things, shop, and be entertained. But little did they know that something sinister was brewing beneath the surface. It started with a simple message. A spam email that arrived in the inbox of millions of people around the world. The subject line read, "Click here for a surprise." And in the body of the email was a link to a website that promised all sorts of wonderful things. But as soon as people clicked on the link, things began to go wrong. The website was filled with strange images and unsettling messages. And the longer people stayed on it, the more they felt as though they were being watched. Some people tried to leave the site, but they found that they couldn't. The back button on their browser was disabled. And no matter how many times they clicked on it, they remained trapped on the website. As the hours passed, more and more people fell victim to the website. They became trapped in its twisted web, unable to escape no matter how hard they tried. And then the stories began to circulate. Stories of people who had clicked on the link and never returned. Stories of people who had been consumed by the website. Their minds and bodies twisted into something unrecognizable. The authorities tried to shut down the website, but it was no use. Every time they took it offline, it would reappear somewhere else, more insidious than ever before. Soon, people began to whisper about the website in hushed tones. They spoke of it as though it were a living thing, a malevolent force that was out to get them. But despite the warnings, there were still those who were curious. Those who wanted to know what lay behind the website's sinister facade. And so it was that one night. A group of friends gathered together to investigate the website. They were a tight-knit group, bonded by their love of horror movies and their fascination with the unknown. As they clicked on the link and entered the website, they were filled with a sense of excitement and dread. They had no idea what lay ahead, but they were determined to find out. The website was unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was filled with bizarre images and strange symbols. And the longer they looked at it, the more they felt as though they were being drawn in. But then, something strange happened. One of the friends suddenly disappeared from the chat window they were using to communicate with each other. At first, they thought it was a glitch, but then another friend disappeared, and then another. Soon, only one friend remained. She was terrified, but she couldn't tear her eyes away from the website. It was as though it had taken hold of her mind, and she was powerless to resist. And then, a voice spoke to her. It was a whisper, barely audible, but she could hear it nonetheless. It spoke of things that she couldn't understand, of a world beyond the one she knew. And then, the website went dark. The screen went black, and there was nothing left but silence. The next day, the authorities found the bodies of the friends in their homes. They had all died of mysterious causes. And the only clue was a single word that had been carved into the wall: seek. No one knows what happened to the website, or who was behind it. But to this day, people still speak of it in hushed tones, as though it were a thing to be feared and revered. And so, the internet remains a place of endless possibilities, but also of untold horrors. And do you think that you are still being watched by someone?